Hello there, beautiful friends from around the world. I'm going to be your host, Blackenfist, and you know, Qaaman tagged me in a video, this anime tag video, in which I just answer a couple questions. Like he did, he tagged several people, not just me, so I said, what the heck, why not do it? So, why not just get right into it, and I will tag some other people in this. Question number 1. How did you get your reviewer alias? Now, I don't really consider myself a reviewer, but, you know, I did explain this in another video. I got my name Blackenfist because when I was first going to YouTube, I was trying to figure out what is it that I'm going to call myself. So I was trying to find a name that was completely 100% unique. No one else had this name. That's what I was trying to go for. So at the time, my brother had watched a Jackie Chan movie called, it was The Drunken Master. And in that movie, it was, you know, I was thinking a lot about, you know, physical stuff, attacks, punching, kicking, feet, fists, and martial arts. And I eventually came down to Drunkenfist. And I pretty much just removed the drunk out of Drunkenfist and added black, and that's how I got Blackenfist. So that's pretty much the story behind it. Got the drunk out of the Drunkenfist, added black. What you get? Blackenfist. How long have you been doing reviews? Well, I guess I could say how long have I been doing videos, and I've been uploading. The first video I ever uploaded on YouTube was an pretty crappy AMV back in 2008. It was Avatar: The Last Airbender AMV. Pretty crappy. Crappy quality, crappy editing. I was really never good at doing those things. But I have been doing them since 2008. However, doing it consistently and saying this was my hobby was really since 2012. That was when Toonami came back, and I did a lot of Toonami videos on the news and all that stuff, and that's really what I focused on a lot back in 2012, and that really got my start. So I could really say it was consistently since 2012. First time ever it was since 2008. How many times do you watch an episode or series while reviewing it? Well, I guess what saying is, you know, well, when I make a video, guys, and especially if it's like the thing that comes to mind quickly is a top 10 type video. So for instance, in my top 10 videos, like my Yamcha moments or my saddest moments, whatever it is, I make sure to watch every single possible moment that possibly could happen. Like, so for instance, in my Yamcha awesome moments, I try to think of every single awesome Yamcha moment and watch every single moment, and maybe even multiple times, just so that my own opinion is the best that it can be. You know, not so that I'm not going off memory. I'm really am, you know, watching these moments as it's going along. And so that's really, you know, and of course, if I'm doing a video and it requires me to watch a certain moment, I will do that too. What's your favorite genre to review and why? Well, obviously the bulk of my videos are Dragon Ball related, so obviously I'm gonna say that shonen, pop, for maybe action type stuff, but you know, I'm open to reviewing other type things. So it's but I guess I could say shonen, since Dragon Ball's a shonen, you know, series. That's what it's considered to be. What's one thing that persuades you to keep watching an anime after episode 1? This is a very good question. When I watch an anime series, the one thing that really... something really has to pop out at me. Whether it's the characters, whether it's the animation, whether it's the world, the storyline. Something really has to grab me. Now, the greatest recent example to this is that even though I haven't finished the series, one series that I did watch the first episode and I was extremely impressed with was Parasite. That's a pretty recent series, so I gotta say the first episode of Parasite does a great job at hooking you in. It pretty much gets the gist of what the show is gonna be like, and just shows you what the potential, what potentially could happen in this series. So Parasite, I think, is a great example. Another good example from, you know, just back in, you know, Death Note, I guess, also did. Although the second episode was really the one that hooked me. What's your most unfamiliar genre? Geez, you know, in terms of anime, I almost have watched almost every single major genre, but I mean, I don't know, I can't tell which one could be my most unfamiliar. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of sports. I haven't seen I don't know, what's another one? I guess, I mean, I've seen comedies. I see obviously action. Jeez, which one? Giant mech? No, I've seen mech animes. I honestly, this is a hard question for me. What can I say? Magical Girl anime. The only one I've ever seen was Sailor Moon back when it was on Toonami, I guess. That there. What's one of the thing? Who is your favorite Japanese or English voice actor? Now, I'm not too familiar with Japanese voice actors, but in terms of, now he might have not done anime, but I absolutely love Steve Blum. Well, Steve Blum did do anime, obviously. Steve Blum is awesome. I love Steve Blum's voice. And another guy Peter Cullen has such a badass voice. I just remember him from the Toonami promos, and he did such a good job of hyping people up, man. That deep voice he did. Anyone who's really knows me and hangs out with me could tell you that I like to do a lot of deep voices. And quite honestly, a lot of that was inspired by Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen just has an epic voice. But when it comes down to Dragon Ball, obviously I like Chris Sabat. But in Dragon Ball, in the English dub, it hands down has to be it has to be Stephanie Nadali. Stephanie Nadali, she did a really good job. I love the way she played Kid Goku and Kid Gohan. She did a very good job with both of those voices, and to me, she'll always be Kid Goku or Gohan. I know that they changed her up. It's kind of sad that they changed her up in the newer versions, and I'm not gonna hold the new. I forgot what her name is. I think her Klunkin or something like that. She does a good job. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna hate on the new Gohan voice actor, but I always will prefer Stephanie. Definitely. A favorite anime soundtrack? You know, I really like the Dragon Ball soundtrack. Whether it's the Bruce Falconer, whether it's Shinsuke Kikuchi, or any of the other ones. I mean, Solid State Scouter wasn't done by Shinsuke Kikuchi, but is on the Japanese side of things. In terms of anime soundtracks, there is no other anime that I've gotten so deep into the music than Dragon Ball. So obviously it's gonna be Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's soundtrack. Favorite anime song that you crank up and dance to? Well, like Qaaman, I really don't dance. But you know, there's a lot of anime songs out there. Obviously a whole bunch of Dragon Ball ones. But I guess other than Dragon Ball, I mean, I don't know. I mean, for some reason, instead of anime songs like that come up to my head, like immediately what pops into my head is like video game theme songs like Persona and Disgaea, even though they're not animes. But they have, you know, the openings could be openings to animes. But what's one? I almost want to say Evangelion, even though that's almost a cop-out, really. It's just such a cop-out answer. What anime song are you currently addicted to? Well, I'm currently not addicted to any single one, I think, because, you know, I'm not really going in. But I think the last one would probably be Solid State Scouter. That was pretty catchy, honestly. Do you like to buy anime merchandise, and if so, what do you collect? I don't really buy anything too substantial, honestly. I mostly buy like the Dragon Ball DVD sets. So yeah, that's the extent of the stuff I get. You know, so I really don't buy too much anime merchandise. What's your guilty pleasure anime? You know, this could almost be a story on its own, but it probably just have to be like ecchi anime, man. Because, man, this could almost be a video. But I had a friend who I was trying to get into. You know, you always have that friend that you're always trying to get into a show, or you're always trying to get into a video game that you like, and you're trying to get him into stuff. Well, I had a friend that I was trying to get him into like some of the shows I like, some of the anime shows I liked. So I was telling him to watch Outlaw Star. I love Outlaw Star. I was telling him to watch Samurai X. I was telling him to watch, what's the other one I told him to watch? I told him to watch, it's not coming to me. I told him to watch 3 animes. Oh, I think it was Death Note. Yeah, I told him to watch those 3, like pick those 3. Because I really like those shows. And I was really telling him to go on for it. And guys, I don't know if, you know, I guess as an anime fan, some people could relate to me. Like, we always had that, you know, having that friend that really wasn't into stuff, and you were trying to tell him to get into stuff. And, you know, it never worked out. It never really worked out for me either. He really never saw any of that, except for, like, one show out of the ones I ever told him to watch. But, this guy wasn't into anime, but I remember after telling him a lot to watch some of the shows I watched, he came back to me and he said that, you know, I watched an anime, and I told him, oh, what was it? And he said it was like, I don't even remember what it was. It was some ecchi show, and he's like, oh, okay. And to make a long story short, this guy got so obsessed. He really became like an ecchi anime connoisseur, man, and he started telling me about shows that even I didn't know about. Definition of guilty pleasure, man. But he eventually started calling himself the Ecchi King, and he like made a Facebook page. And I told him, man, you should start making YouTube videos. Maybe you should make a blog. Maybe you could like really corner this niche market. You know what I mean? No one's making videos on this, but yeah, I know I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I thought it would be an interesting story. And he showed me a lot of animes, a lot of ecchi shows. Like the basic ones were like High School of the Dead. I think that's what it was. That was one of them. So if I could just name one of them, is like High School of the Dead, stuff like that. And he really got he spent like a year and a half watching ecchi show after ecchi show after ecchi show, and he just showed me a bunch of those. So I just thought that would be a cool one. What anime made you cry? Well, I've never really cried to an anime. I never really cried to a video game or movie. I just don't cry to that, and it's not because I'm a big tough guy or anything. It's just when I just don't feel the urge to cry, you know. So, but what are some of the animes that kind of pulled the heartstrings a little bit, I guess, or just had an emotional resonance with me, I guess, was stuff like Welcome to the NHK, stuff like School Rumble in a way too. I don't know about you, but I saw that one years ago. That one kind of did, even though that was like a comedy, stuff like that. But I never really cried. Favorite food to eat when you're having an anime marathon? I don't know, milk. Yeah, stuff. I don't really milk. I guess almonds. Like almonds. I like almonds a lot. Stuff like that. And the final question: what anime are you currently watching now? Well, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of them. Even though I'm not caught up yet. I mean, I was watching it and I didn't I need to get back to watching that. I was also watching Hajime no Ippo. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a boxing fan. Boxing and anime, put those two things together, put A-okay with me. So Hajime no Ippo, as I said before, things that I probably am looking forward to the future is Parasite. I was very impressed with what I saw in the beginning episodes. So, and also Berserk. I never I heard a lot of things about Berserk, but it sounds like an interesting stuff. Like, so Berserk will probably be one of the things that are on my things to watch list. But guys, that is my video, and right here I'm gonna tag some of you guys. I'm gonna tag Jax Blade. I don't know if Jax Blade wait a minute. I think Jax Blade already got tagged. Dang it, Qaaman. I kind of wanted to tag Jax Blade myself. Oh well. Those are all the things I could do, but I guess I can tag someone else. I'll tag Geekdom 101, Roka Soka, and I'll tag Whitenfoot. Alright guys, that'll be my video for today. And of course I'm Blackenfist, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because I'm out, man.